Hello everyone. Now let's start building the client that will connect to the Milestone XProtect system and log into the mobile server. To use that, to start building the client, we need the SDK, the Milestone XPMobileSDK, which you can download from Milestone site. Or there's another way, you can take it from the location where mobile server is installed. If you have a Windows, I would recommend to go to the Milestone site and download the SDK. You have to sign up and download the SDK. In my case, I'm in Mac and the Windows installer will not do much of the benefit, so I will show you the other way. You can go to the location where the VMS is installed and navigate to C, Program Files, then Milestone, then Mobile Server, and here in the web folder is the Milestone web client. Here you will find the SDK. You can just copy and paste it to the location where you will start to build your own client. In my case, I already built the client and I have copied it to the folder where I will start building. And now I will walk you through the steps that you need to take in order to build your first client. Everything here that I will show is it's uploaded to the GitHub, so you will find a link in the video description to the GitHub repository where you can download the code and play with it. So I have already copied here the SDK from the location where web client is installed, and I have made index.html file which have one JavaScript file and one web component, which will be the one form that I will use to log into the Milestone system. So let's go through the code. The client, the main JavaScript is located in GS folder, this one, and what it does is add an event listener whenever the page is loaded to start the application function, which application function loads some web components. This is the location of the web component, and it loops through this module and create JavaScript and load this into the DOM. And the second part of JavaScript is to actually load the SDK. Again, we're creating a new script element. We are adding an event listener, which whenever it's loaded, to call this function, and that is the actual location of the SDK. You can see it here. This is the minified version. And we attach this to the head part of the document. Whenever the document is loaded, it will call our function, and currently it's doing nothing, but when we continue to build upon this, we will use this to do some other stuff. That's the very basic how you can load the SDK and start sending commands to the server. And now let's go to our web component. It's located here. What it does is it have one class which extends HTML element. I have called the web component milestone login form, and whenever you register a new web component, you have to register it like this. And this is the class actually that will handle our component. In this component, we have one template. I'll go to the template in a minute. The name of the module. Then we have the constructor. We call the super of the HTML element, and then we create a new shadow DOM. In this shadow DOM, we will put all other stuff, the template, and we will operate with it. Whenever the web component is attached to the DOM, this current callback is called, where we are taking the template, attaching it to the shadow DOM, and we are assigning an event listener to the button, which whenever it's clicked, it will go to execute this method of this class. So let's go now with the template. Template is very simple. It's a class that creates templates. It has a CSS. I just put some CSS to visualize better the login form. And we have one field set with username, password, and a button to click on it. The CSS also is very simple. I just put some styles, very simple styles, to have a simple HTML form. And then whenever the button is clicked, this method is executed. We go to the SDK. How the SDK is operating, it callbacks some functions that can be passed like an observer method. For example, in current case, I have put function whenever we have a connection to a server and whenever we have a successful login. Whenever the connect is executed, so we have already communication with the mobile server. In this method, I will ask the SDK to login with the username and password that are already inserted into the field. And whenever this is done, the login is successful, I will add a class to our form, which I will hide it, and will alert some message indicating that we are logged in and we can now operate with the VMS with some other commands. So let's not talk anymore about the code. You can take it, download it, and play with it. Let me show you the code. It's located here in this repository. And this is the code actually. This is very simple form. Whenever we can log in, I will put my username and password. Let me first show you the console. And now I'll log in. You can see that connect is executed. Then we have a login with username and password. They are all encrypted. And whenever we are logged in, there is a message showing that we are logged in. So now when I press, I will dismiss the alert. The login form will be hidden as I show in the code. And the SDK will continue the communication with the server. So it will send messages, it will request challenges, it will do whatever it needs to do to keep the connection alive and be operational. I think that's it for this video. In the next video, I will try to do some video and show you how you can show videos when you're logged in with the VMS.